we're going to bring in Brandon Spray, who had a career night tonight. 2 huge shots for him, and we'll bring him in now. Brandon, thanks for joining us today. Congratulations on the win. Let's just talk about that. Obviously, huge to get a conference win when it's that close. A fun one to play in, obviously, in front of the home crowd. How nice was it to get this W?
Oh, it's a huge W. You know, you got a ranked team coming in on your home court. You know, or we knew they were gonna come at us hard because we beat them on their home court, and then we knew that they came back and won against Whitewater the same week. So we knew they were coming ready to play. They were gonna play hard. And that's what they did, and we just, I think we just gutted it out at the end of the game.
We were just touching on it, Brandon, during our post-game show. The adversity you guys have had to adjust to. You know, you had Ethan's injury earlier in the year, the season-ending injury. You're coming off, obviously, a year where a lot of controversy and whatnot, couldn't play in the tournament. Now here you are, standing atop the WIAC. Just touch on what this team has gone through this season to get where you guys are.
Oh, yeah. We've gone through so much, but we just have the mindset, like, next guy up with Ethan going out. And we're all bought into what Coach is saying. You know, working hard, getting 4 out of 5 stops is it's like our most important thing. We're always going over it at halftime and at the end of the game. So we're just really working hard to what Coach is preaching, and I think that's helped us get to where we are.
Obviously, you came off the bench and had a career night, 13 points, your career high. But I want to talk about 2 shots in particular. I think you know which ones I'm talking about. Starting with the one with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left, you tied the game, and then it got away from you again, but then you came back, Brandon, and you hit that huge corner 3-pointer with 3 minutes and 23 seconds. When those shots left your hands, did you say, I know these are good?
Yeah, those felt good. I've been shooting it pretty well. I was shooting it well in warm-ups. I was getting a good feel, and we had a good workout before the game started, and I was shooting it well. So my teammates my teammates drove in. They saw me open on the backside, and I was ready to shoot, and I just lifted it.
And when I mean, obviously it felt like 87 timeouts in that last 2 minutes there, but when it was down to 2.5 seconds and 1.7 and then 1.1, what are you guys thinking? Are you thinking we just got to make a defensive stop and we got this one in the bag?
Yep. After Mark made that layup with like 2.7 seconds left and we called timeout, we were just saying that doesn't matter if we don't get a stop at the end of the game. You know, that's a game-winning play if we get a stop to end the game, and that's what we did.
And last question for you, Brandon. Thanks for joining us. But looking ahead, UW Platteville on Wednesday, I believe it is. That's a huge game. Obviously, they're second in conference. You guys are ahead of conference at 9-1. What's the mindset going into a road game against? I mean, somebody who obviously has a target on your back.
Yeah. With Platteville being second in the conference, and we beat them by just a couple points when they came here, we know that they're going to bring everything against us when we go on their home court. They're going to try and defend their home court. So we just got to come back on Monday. We got to have 2 good practices, and we got to go in there with the mindset of, you know, jumping on them quick and then keeping a lead, building a lead. Absolutely.
So that's Brandon Spray joining us, who was spraying it from the 3-point line tonight. A fantastic 13-point career-high game for him. Brandon, thanks so much for joining us in tonight's post-game show.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll bring back in Nathan Hansen now. Obviously, Brandon said it. I mean, he obviously a huge week upcoming here. UW Platteville on Wednesday. Just got to stick to the game plan, get a couple of wins, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's the name of the game. Brandon touched on it. That's kind of what they've been their mantra all season, I guess, is kind of just keep grinding it out, and that's what they have to do. They don't have a guy that's gonna really take over game themselves and propel them to a victory. It's a team effort, and that's kind of, you know, really what Bob Stemling brings and kind of the culture of this program. It's always a team effort. There's never one guy that's they're going to say is going to play hero ball one night and get them a W. So it's definitely a collective team effort like we touched on before the game, and that's how they were going to win, and that's exactly what they did.
So 66-64 your final. Your Pointers propelled to the top of the WIAC where they were, now at a 9-1 record. My voice is gone because that was the most exciting game I've seen in a while in person.